Do I think, here's probably one of the most interesting parts of my psychoanalysis, right? I've already said that I think some of this is put on so that he can gain more followers and gain more money. Do I think he's dangerous? Well, let's split that into two parts. Is Andrew Tate himself a dangerous person in terms of the people he interacts with? It's really hard to answer because I don't understand what happened on that incident. But then again, he's making some very, very dangerous comments. So I think he's partially quite dangerous himself. He's obviously trained in kickboxing. So, you know, he's exactly the kind of man that wouldn't surprise me if he committed domestic violence at some point. From what I can tell, he got kicked out of Big Brother for being violent towards a woman. But probably on a more societal level, I think he's actually dangerous in terms of his words and his actions of being so right-wing. So to me, when I was watching this, it reminded me of the incel movement. I'm not saying Andrew Tate himself identifies as incel, but as you'll probably know, it's involuntary celibate. It's a group of men who feel entitled to sex and have some very damaging opinions on women, believing that women themselves are unobtainable and that the men are entitled to basically have sex with them and it's the women's fault. So the reason I mention the incel movement is that it festers amongst people, amongst young, vulnerable men themselves who are quite impressionable. And if someone like Andrew Tate becomes popular amongst them, then this hate can spread. And the problem is you might find somebody who's particularly isolated, particularly marginalised, particularly aggrieved by society, and they can take on his beliefs and do something really horrible like domestic violence or a spree killing. So I think the very fact that he's popular and that he's trending on the internet is worrying to me on a societal level.